YouTube, Twitch, welcome back again to another stream. If you didn't know, this is a VOD, by the way, just a little fun fact. So that's why this is going to be completely unedited. But today we got, finally, the optimization dev stream from the devs of Grayson Warfare? Sure. Madfinger Games. This is, I haven't watched basically any of it. I already know about some of the features that are coming, because I couldn't avoid the Twitter leaks. And when I say I couldn't avoid the Twitter leaks, I may or may not have just like clicked into them, and then went and looked at some of them. I couldn't really stop myself, but that's okay, because today we're just going to be, well, we're not just going to be, we're first going to be looking at this dev stream, and I'll be giving my thoughts on what they say, and hopefully they can teach me a thing or two, and I can maybe teach you a thing or two, even though I'm not a game developer. I think it would be pretty interesting to see what they know, and see their explanations for some stuff, because it'll help me learn a little bit too. So you guys will get to see that and my live reaction to that, and along with that, afterward, we'll be taking a look at the new Tarkov event as well, just because that actually looks kind of gas. If I can do it, that's the only caveat there. So we'll see. If I can even get to that point, we'll find out. But you know me with my superior gameplay, it should be no issue. Really, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not really too worried, so it should be light work. Also, I do need to change some stuff about the stream and set the game correctly and everything, so let me do that real quick. And of course, I need to ping the Discord for it, so hold on, let me do the usual stuff. Let's set this. But I am really excited for this update. Like, genuinely, in Gray Zone, genuinely excited. It's looking to be great. I don't know if you guys have like seen the teasers and stuff, but the brain and the capture point additions to the map, I think it's gonna be gas. I'm really looking forward to it, and yeah, we'll look at what they have to say, because obviously they're gonna talk about it. So I don't need to worry about that too much. What I do need to worry about is setting up the stream correctly. That would be important. Let's see. Let's grab this. Okay. Ooh. Of course, I got the stream pulled up already, but I am just getting ready. Boom. What am I doing? I should have pinged the Discord first. Oh, well. Screw it. Then maybe should I ping the Discord again when I switch to the Tarkov? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. Just grab that link. Bada bing, bada boom. And actually, while I'm getting started, let me actually start them up. Let me do that, so I'm not wasting any time here. I think I have it pulled up. Boom. It's only, well, I think this is their cut down version. I saw the original VOD was like an hour and a half, but I'm assuming I looked like I kind of skimmed through it, and it looked like the last hour of it was just sort of like gameplay. So I'm fine with just watching this video, their cut down version, and then seeing what's up. So I'm just gonna let them take it away for a second while I post this in the server.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the dev stream of Gray Zone Warfare. My name is Jakub, I'm the community manager here, and I'm joined today by a very
Fire set, by the way, not the glaze.
Special guest,
not the glaze.
Johanny, welcome.
Just saying.
Thank you. Johanny is our tech director, and he's here to answer all your questions about the game's performance and about our optimization efforts, which are all things that are going to come a little bit later, because at the very start of the stream.
One more thing too, I can't wait to read some of the comments in here. It's gonna be a movie. I'm not gonna scroll down to them yet, but this is gonna be a movie.
A couple of things I need to say here.
Go ahead.
So first of all, I'm going to say what to expect on this stream, okay? So first off, Johanny is going to be talking about all the technical things that I know very little about, but hopefully this is going to be fruitful conversation somehow.
I'll try to keep it
Simple.
understandable.
Thank you. Thank you. I gave you the
anyone.
briefing, like
Thank you.
explain it to me like I'm a five-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
So,
We will do a lot of that.
Twitter needs that.
And in the second part of the stream, something exciting is going to happen as well. Our lovely game designers, Marek and Petr, are going to come join us, and they're going to be talking about all the quality of life.
That's actually huge. I didn't know they were going to join on the stream. That's huge. I didn't know the game director was coming.
Features and the changes in game flow for the update 0.3, Winds of War. So expect that in the second half. There is not any major big event that we're going to be playing here on the screens. We're just going to be playing the game. We're going to try to play, from what I heard, as much of the starter town as possible, only with shotguns. So we try to gamify it a little bit, but yeah, it is going to
Only
be
with shotguns? Okay, never mind. Shut the stream off. The shotguns in Crazy Zone right now are terrible. I thought they buffed them, but maybe they're still terrible. I don't know.
About interactions with you guys, with the chat. So they're going to be answering all your questions. So that's first things off the list. The second thing is,
Oh, they have timestamps.
guys, we are trying to save a life. And I don't mean figuratively, I mean literally. There is a
shit.
very sweet girl, 2-year-old girl called Madlenka. She's Czech. And I encourage you, if you are Czech, to visit a page which is going to appear somewhere below us here
Shout out
on the
to the-
screen. It's called
I
Avalon.
don't even know if I haven't checked viewers. Stuart, what's up, man?
That's it. So if you're Czech, or if you're thinking of doing a trip to Czech Republic, check out this webpage. And this girl, she needs a stem cells in order to survive.
Oh,
She has a
wow.
very, very rare disease. And Madfinger Games is trying to raise awareness, and we're also donating a bunch of money to the non-profit organization to help this girl out, because she, unfortunately, at this point, she has 3 weeks. So
Wow.
the time is ticking.
Better be quick.
Better be quick. If you can, majority of the office is already registered.
Not gonna
for
lie, I
the
thought it was gonna be an added first.
stem cell donors.
Welcome,
I don't
what's
know
up?
if you know that
What's
even,
up,
which
Wild?
is super cool. So yeah, we're trying to do some good in the world also this way.
Really excited
The
for
other
this.
thing that we're trying to do here is to support the veterans. Something
huge.
that is an initiative that Rick is pushing
WDF.
quite successfully. We are communicating with a bunch of veterans agencies, and we're trying to offer an opportunity for veterans to enjoy themselves, and relax and have fun, and forget maybe about the traumatic events that they been through.
That's
so
huge. W.
if you are a veteran, there is a special place for you on our Discord server. There's dedicated channels where you can
Wait,
chat
seriously?
with other veterans and give feedback for the game, because we are working with professionals to make sure that the game is as authentic as it
Oh,
can
I think
be.
you go for a roll.
So, with that out of the
Oh, well,
way,
that's-
there's
that's
one
awesome,
last
actually.
thing
Holy
that I
shit.
need to mention
Okay.
before we jump into your topics.
Also, I'll
And that
link this
is-
in the description in the VOD if I remember, by the way. I just want to point that out.
We are starting to collect your applications for an experimental testing of 0.3.
shit.
Big deal. We're thinking that in April the experimental is going to start, and we are already collecting your guys' applications.
Wait,
like
was
I
that a
said.
ping in the Discord?
After the interview part of this stream, we're going to walk you through how exactly to apply. And
get
Foxy
me in.
here, who's
Wait.
walking behind us, has
I gotta
been
get in
very
that.
adamant
I forgot about that. I gotta get in
he
that.
wants to walk you through it step by step, because if you fail any one of these steps, you're done. You're not.
Don't do
you're
that to
not getting
me.
in,
Yeah.
So Foxy
I
is
can't
going
let
to
them
help
know
us
who I am.
explain how to enter our major 0.3 testing phase, so when it becomes relevant. Yeah, application rejected. Yeah. All right, Johanny, welcome.
Tell me. Thank you.
Welcome.
Let's dive.
You said that you have some experience being on dev streams.
I do, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's very welcome change.
I hope I still retain some of the, experience I had.
Yeah, as you can notice already, Johanny has a very cute accent. Where is that from? France.
I'm French.
Okay, so
Yes.
we are
Okay.
international company, of course.
I did not
so-
expect that, okay?
and we have even French people here. So
Even.
Even.
Okay,
Controls,
maybe
David.
something about yourself. Like, what is your role in the team? And
Let me make sure.
can you tell us a little bit more about your past experiences? Maybe what kind of games you worked on?
Yeah.
We're going to be hearing a lot
So,
from this guy, by
I'm
the way, I have a
tech
feeling, in the
director,
future.
right? Like, so basically, I oversee the whole programming
Keep your eyes on
department
this
that is
guy.
working on Grayzone. We have a single project, so essentially, I oversee all the programmers and all the tech stuff that is happening in the company, right? So it can be IT, it can be the programmers on the project, DevOps team, servers, anything, you name it, backend. Yeah, I oversee everyone. Obviously, I'm
Wow.
not doing it alone, right? I have like my lieutenants, I have all my leads, and they are like dealing with the more specific issues.
Also, chat, just to let you know, we are
yeah,
attempting to hit a world
I'm trying
record
to
for the
coordinate
temperature in my
this
room right
bunch
now.
of
We're at
people
81
and
degrees
try to make
Fahrenheit.
it all come together so that the product is
We're getting there.
How
We're going places
stressful
right now.
is this job?
enough.
Enough. Okay.
Stressful enough. You know, depends on the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are good days, there are bad days. QA dictates that. The community dictates that. you
Run
know.
this.
Yeah. So please, guys, take it
23
easy
on the loop
sometimes.
on your
No,
intel.
no. We need to know the stuff. Don't tell them to, you know, they
Yeah, I
shouldn't
mean, like,
slow down.
provide feedback, but maybe, don't go, super hard on us sometimes because it can get a little bit stressful.
Yeah.
But, Johnny, what kind of games did you work on?
Yes.
Also, all I
have,
need to do
like,
is launch
about 10 years
Grayzone
of
Wild. I
game
don't need
dev behind me.
R23.
I started in Ubisoft in Paris. I worked on some
Oh,
chill mobile game
shit.
that was called Rabbids Heroes. Made a completely failed, collapsed in less than a month.
Not
after-
your fault, I assume.
The tech was good.
Okay.
The design was, no market.
It's from
Then I worked on
Ubisoft.
Systems for some time, so very different community than we have here probably. I don't think there's too much overlap between these two games. And then I moved to Czech Republic.
Also, Wild, I
worked
just
in
saw your
Interactive
message.
And worked on the game Vigor for 4 years, right?
That's
Nice. Here in
crazy.
Brno.
Yeah,
Seriously?
yeah, in Brno.
Nice.
Hey, what's
And-
up? What's up,
Let
Boomer?
me just say that we're glad to have you.
I'm glad to be here too.
Okay, cool.
How's it going?
And yeah, 2 years ago, Mara was, poached me. He was telling me that I should come make some better game. That Vigor is reaching the end of its
That
life.
sounds like Mara. Very
Yeah.
not diplomatic.
And he was right.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
that's
Cool.
roughly what I did.
So we're talking with somebody who obviously knows what they're doing. I think that was important to establish that because now we're getting into the thick of it.
Yes, I did sit in the BI tank.
Oh, you did.
There was a question.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
okay.
I had to answer this one so we can
Oh,
get it out
okay.
of the way.
That's from the
Okay.
chat.
By the way,
I can't wait either,
we are
Boomer.
going to try
This,
to
to be clear, by the way, this is my first reaction to this. I've seen some of the content, but that's it.
answer all your questions. I assume that there's going to be plenty because optimization and
Yeah.
performance is obviously something that
Uh-huh.
is a big topic for us and a
Yeah.
big priority.
Yeah.
And so let me just start by asking, what the hell is even an optimization process?
Right.
Oh, here we go.
So yeah, optimizing. I mean, I can put it very easily. Essentially, the game is doing something, and we just want the game to do the exact same thing, but faster, right? So the goal is that we take nothing out of the experience,
Yeah.
and it should run faster on the hardware. And then there is like million ways to do it because there's so many different techniques, so many different ways to optimize something.
Different avenues
right?
as well.
So I can give maybe some
Different
examples,
bottlenecks.
but like, typical rendering issue is if you render too much triangles, right? But like most of the triangles in the scene are actually not
Yeah.
visible at any time, right?
That's-
So
yeah.
this is classic. So via culling, you will
That just made me laugh a lot. It's just like if somebody was complaining about Tarkov's performance and they just said, "Man, there's just too many fucking triangles."
get rid of all triangles that are not in the scene, send that to the GPU. That's much less work for the GPU to do. It's quicker. Impact on the experience is 0, but it's much quicker,
Nice.
right? And
Are-
essentially, that's an optimization.
Are there some challenges specifically for a game like Grayzone Warfare?
Yeah,
That's a good
definitely.
question.
The biggest challenge we have with Grayzone is that the scale of the game, right? It's an open world, it's multiplayer, and just these two things means that the scale of your problems are much higher, right? You need to constantly think of there's 50 characters on the map, 50 players, right? And there is a 1,000 AI minimum on the map, right? And then you have all the problems that come with the fact that it's an open world. It should be seamless. You should be able to move around. All of this should be networked. So, that's number one
rough.
problem is the scale.
That's a good
And,
upgrade, Boomer, for this.
What about the Unreal Engine? I know that we don't really.
This is huge. Illuminati not happy with the optimizations.
want to get super
Right.
deep into it because this can be a little bit of a touchy subject.
Yeah,
but what it's like to work
Tell
with
me about
Unreal Engine.
touchy. Yeah.
Well, it depends. if you ask artists, they love it. Right?
Yeah.
The tools are great, the workflows are amazing. Like they've been refined for years, and it's like very easy to drop an asset in the Unreal Engine, have it rendered. Because of all the default things you have, like Lumen and Nanite, it will look good without much effort. So yeah.
Calling it, there's at least 2 comments in the comment section about Luna Nanite and that exact thing.
Artists are loving Unreal Engine. For programmers, it can be different.
Okay. Can be.
You know, like if you stick to the basics, make a small game, it will be running very fine, very, you know, no efforts. But like for a game like Greyzone, because of the scale, you have big problems, right? We shouldn't forget that Unreal Engine is a general purpose engine, but ultimately each game is very special, right? So it means that we have to take away some of the genericity of the engine, because usually the fact that some stuff are slow is because the engine is doing things we don't need, right? So we constantly have to look into the engine, find the things we are not using that we can turn off.
Essentially, like, can I switch this off without ruining the experience? Kind of, okay.
Kind of. What happens if I touch this? QA is saying we're crashing every 2 minutes. Not a good idea. Let's turn it.
I assume that there is a close cooperation between you and QA, right?
Oh yeah, like definitely. Yeah, like QA is speaking to me every day. I speak to them every day. We have like a very, you know, flowing communication with them. Yes.
How is it working with Jacek?
Well, he's a good guy. Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, you're saying something that people that watch these streams probably already know.
Yeah. You know, like now we have this bubble of like, you know, this is the Matt Finger movie, so of course we go along.
I wanted to ask specifically about the aspect of our work, which is called Scala, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's another thing. That was to give some context too. Not to distract me from what I was gonna say before, but screw it. Scala was actually causing a lot of issues when the game first launched because it would just be crashing on boot and not properly loading when they're booting up. So this is gonna be a good section here.
Can you explain to the folks watching what is Scala?
So on top of the Unreal Engine, another technology that we're licensing is called Scala. These guys are used to work for Matt Finger, but they decided to make like their own tech, and essentially we decided to license their tech. So we are working really closely with them, right? And Scala allows us to do things that we wouldn't be able to do with just the Unreal Engine, right? The fact we can render the map and have almost an infinite, you know, vision, or like that we can render the map almost to
It's
infinity.
like a level of detail thing.
This is thanks to Scala, right? The fact that we can have vegetation so far away, the fact that when you use a scope, the grass is still there. That's thanks to Scala.
Okay.
Right. So this,
they're making your life easier, not more difficult.
Interesting.
no,
Okay.
definitely not. Like they're solving tons of problems, right? There are instances where, you know, Scala has issues. Like the most common thing we have with Scala is that whenever, like, they are pushing for very high-tech optimization on the rendering usually, and sometimes because we don't understand fully all the code of the Unreal Engine and we have to modify it, sometimes it backfires, right? So we can introduce sometimes stability issues. Usually we are able to catch them before they reach players. Thanks to QA, thanks to playtest, thanks to experimental.
Get me in there.
Experimental is super important for us because there is like so many issues that are like 1% or sub 1%, and we can't catch them all, right? So we do experimental so that we have more data to look at. It's being tested on more computers that have different set specs, and this is really important for us.
This is a perfect opportunity for me to mention that we are going to be talking about the experimental towards the end of the stream, or the first.
If I get into this test, let me be clear. Let me be 100% clear, 100% honest with y'all, okay? If I get into this test, I don't know if I can share my desktop. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can stream because I'm gonna be too giddy about what I'm gonna be seeing. This is gonna be so high. And let's be clear too. If they're doing the experimental test in April, which by the way is like in 3 days, that April starting in 3 days, I'm hoping that it comes out by like the end of April, early May. If that's like, that would be creme de la creme. That would be like, when did Gray Zone come out? Let me let them talk while I look this up. I'll wait.
First part of the stream, and we're going to tell you exactly how to enter and help us test the game 0.3 Winds of War. Michael is going to tell you everything there is to know about the experiment.
The game came out on April 30th of last year. Okay? Just want to put that date out of there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just want to put that out there.
While.
Yeah, I can't say much, but I can say that you want to be part of it.
Yes,
I do.
yes, and we want you to be part of it because we need your help.
I don't think they are Boomer. You have to sign an NDA.
Stuff coming in
That is true. That is
insane.
True. Can you tell me a little bit more about like what are generally the phases of optimization?
Yes. Yeah. So like
This will be fun.
we focus on optimization all the time, right? Like people want me to say, oh no, we don't optimize ever, and then we just do it at the end. And this is true for most games, but because of the scale we have to pay attention to optimization constantly, right?
Sure.
We have to look at the performance of the game constantly, and not just like how fast is it rendering, because this is just one facet of it, but we also have like, we need to keep a constant look at servers also, and how fast things are running on the server. So yeah, what we do is that we have benchmarks that we run nightly, or even sometimes more than that, and we run it on various hardware, and then we can keep a close eye on the performance and really easily backtrack any problem we might have or regression we might have introduced to performance, right? So it runs every night, and then every morning it tells us, yes, the game runs as fast as it was yesterday, or no, it runs slower today.
Nightly benchmarks, is this dude single?
It notifies
There's
us.
no way.
We can directly look into the cause.
If he's running,
it's much easier this way than
if he's running nightly benchmarks, there's no way he's single, man.
waiting for the finish line.
That's
right?
too much
I'm
aura.
assuming that you have a bunch of monitoring tools as well to see what exactly is happening at all times, right?
Yeah. Well, pretty much, yeah. Like,
I think that
it's
you
part
also
of our suite of tools that we have for the project.
I know that you brought a bunch of screenshots that I was looking at them and I didn't know what I'm looking at. So like they're going to be when these things appear on the screen, I will ask you what the hell we're looking at. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One other question, I think that you already kind of like talked about it a little bit, but maybe you can talk about it a little bit more, and that is what are the main challenges when optimizing the game for different hardwares, basically.
That's interesting.
Yes. Well, like the main challenge with PC games is that it's unlike consoles, which are much easier because the hardware is set. It runs the same almost, if you run the same content, it will run roughly the same, right? There is like very little run-to-run variance. On PC, it's not true. PC is like, it's a system that's not primarily made for gaming. So on top of just running the game, it runs like a million other things in the background. We usually tend to, just stop them on the benchmark machines. We don't want that. And on top of that, every single GPU, every single PC in the world, or almost, are using different components, different Windows version, different driver versions, right?
And I just want to note too, where he said at the beginning, like there's a bunch of other stuff that's also running with the game. Explains why I focus so much on like when people are having issues with Tarkov or with Gray Zone or with whatever. Like that's why we look at like stuff more than just the game settings, because as you guys probably know, 9 out of 10 times an issue isn't coming from the game specifically, even though like we'll talk about Tarkov's performance in a little while. It's 9 out of 10 times, odds are we got SteelSeries sonar installed. Not really, but you get what I mean.
So there is a combination explosion of combination of all the PCs that can potentially exist, and we cannot optimize for every single of them, right? Each GPU vendor has different, like they're building their chip differently, which means that the certain computation are slower, certain computation are faster, right? And getting down to all those things, it takes time, right?
And how does software affect this? Because I know
Oh,
that some
shit,
of
they
the
just
guys
said
are
it.
running some third-party things, you know, and it
Oh.
Yeah.
is creating a bunch of problems.
There it
Well, if you're
is.
encoding a video while your game is running, it's taking almost all the CPU resources that the machine has to offer.
Given
so
its
obviously it will have
x264.
a very drastic impact on the game, right? So yeah, a good thing is to try to have as few things running in the background as possible. That's obvious, right? But yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Decoding videos is heavy.
Yeah,
Right? So even just watching a stream while you're gaming has an impact on the performance of the game, right?
Don't close my stream though. Don't do that.
Right.
But I don't want to say like this, because you're watching streams, the game is slow. It's not true.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, can you maybe name some specific example where you believe that you did a great job?
Well, me personally, probably not, but the team.
The team, of course.
Yeah, I have like plenty of example. I think the first one I would like to discuss is the rubber banding. Like when we launched in 01, ultimately,
Oh wow.
we had a lot of rubber banding. There was like a frequent complaint that the players had, right? And I would like to shed maybe a bit of light.
Can you maybe explain what rubber banding actually is?
Yes.
How it looks like when players experience it?
Yeah. So essentially, as a player, you're moving your character around the world, and because our game is server authoritative, everything you do has to be validated by the server. This is like part of the security of the game. The server validates everything because players cannot tamper with the server, right? So if we make it server authoritative, it's very secure, and it means that the player cannot cheat the rules of the game, right? And rubber banding is a consequence of that, that if the server is not running as fast as it should, you will send data to the server that you want to move to a specific location, but the server will be slow to process that.
Wild's looking at this like, what the fuck? I mean, it's easy. I've actually used this GUI before, but I have no idea what the graph, like what the axes are showing right now. I don't know what they're like. He'll explain, I'm sure, but
Right.
So you will move on your client because we predict that the server will say okay, but actually the server will not say okay, and then you will go back in time, right? And this is rubber banding, right?
Yeah.
So we had this for a long time on our production servers, and yeah, we managed to solve it. The picture you're seeing at the moment is the proof that things are running fine. Each green line you see is actually one server running. And
okay.
The lines
That's
are
uptime.
composed of bars, and green means that the server is running on target frame rate. And target frame rate means there's no rubber banding, right?
Yep.
And this was a huge effort because before we did those optimization on the servers,
Wait. Wait. So that means that this data is taken, this is an hour of data from the night that they did this stream. So they're showing that most of the servers are not having that. I just forwarded to the end of the fucking video. There we go.
go into red territory.
Hold
And
on.
before we did those optimization on the servers,
Yeah, if you remember
They
0.1,
would
that
be
was
running.
terrible.
poorly, they would
Yeah.
go into red territory.
Yeah.
And yes, essentially it would cause rubber banding. So this was like one of the big focus. This is something we didn't. Looks like a Grafana dashboard. It is a Grafana dashboard. Grafana is very cool. Yeah, and one thing we couldn't test when we did this, when we first did 0.1, is that
Oh shit.
servers, when they are
Keep
running,
Man, I
it
don't
up,
wanna miss
man.
this. Venek, thank you for the tier 1. 3 months, Venek. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. Also, Dark said I'm running a 2080 Ti card in this game, no issues. In my opinion, this game has come a long way since the beginning. Yeah, and that's the issue too, is that when like these types of games have that big like initial hype, it's kind of disappointing that that big initial hype when the game first launches into early access is when the game is arguably at its worst. You know, and it's at the worst point that it will be in the, like the least amount of content, least amount of patches, and that's when it has the most exposure. So, you know, yeah. Hey, Milk's. Oh my. Wait, Meek's. Wait, Meek's. Wait. I'm getting like flashbacks. I'm getting like. I feel like it's been a year or something since I've seen. What's up, bro? I recognize you. I don't know from where, but I recognize you. What's up?
0.1.
Ghost, what's up, by the way?
That,
I have been too, Ghost. It's been a blast.
Servers, when they are running on the servers are running on the same machine, right? And they are sharing the CPU. And we did test the full scale of one server on one machine, but we didn't have time to test many servers on one machine, or like having all the servers on one machine completely loaded by players, which is
so if you guys don't know, a common thing, if you know of like enterprise level CPUs and stuff where they have a shit ton of cores and threads, right? That is for, I mean, it's not for this, right? But a way that server providers, if you ever buy like a Minecraft server from an online provider or whatever, is that they do divvy up the threads that you get for each instance, and they run different instances on different threads. So that way they can make the most use out of their hardware. It's not like they're using one machine to run just one server for, you know, most of these things.
Something that happened really quickly when we launched because we had like so many players. And this means that they were competing for the CPU, and this slowed down them across the board. How did we fix it? Well, essentially, to fix that, we need to have 500 players playing, which is not realistic. We don't even have 500 people in the company. So what we did is that we implemented a fake client that connects to the servers and emulate a player. So it's like essentially moving around, shooting, and just, you know, triggering actions that players would usually trigger. And then we can start 500 of them using the cloud and profile what happens on the server, and then we could find all the bottlenecks that happen. That way.
Wow. So if you guys didn't catch that, what they do is they have a fake player, basically, that goes around the map, and they can use that as a benchmark to see where the server is getting caught up and where rubber banding's happening around the map. That's pretty gas. That's pretty cool. That's pretty freaking cool.
Slowing down the server and fixing all of that, right?
Okay. I think that we can say here, well done. Because I remember those times where I saw the exact things that you were talking about, you know, with my own eyes. And now whenever I play the game, it's no longer there. So
it's rock solid.
I mean, these green lines or whatever I'm looking at, they seem to be correct, I guess.
And you know what?
Also, I just want to stop real quick before that goes away. There's a message up here which says, what causes the game to utilize the CPU a lot? My CPU fan gets to 100% and doesn't shut up. That's always really funny. I want to see, do they talk about the... Oh, there it is at the very end. Okay, so we're gonna get there. Okay, we're gonna get to that point too, because that was pretty whenever I see that, like, people talking about that, I think it's pretty funny. That, like, that's like a talking point. Oh, nice, Mixa. That's a big jump. I mean, you didn't have the 5700 XP, but that's a big jump performance. Didn't want to upgrade, but felt like DLSS phasing out 3 series and below because more and more games seem to be dependent on DLSS. That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
Lines or whatever I'm looking at, they seem to be correct, I guess.
There's a lot of green there. There is a lot of green there, so it looks pretty good to me. I'm literally scared to play this game from how loud my PC gets. I'm sensing a 14th gen Intel user in the chat right now. It's maybe a 13900K almost, maybe.
And you know what? It's very funny because like rubber banding disappeared during 0.1 when
5700
players starting play different games, right? Not ours. And we were very anxious.
They'll explain that. There you go. There you go, Wild.
Just when we released 0.2 that it would come back because there would be suddenly a peak of players, all of them on the servers, and that the issue would come back. But thanks to the magnificent job that the team did, no one cared. No one realized that
By the way, is the
could have
volume
been
good?
back,
Just wanted to check.
and it wasn't. So yeah.
Well, once again,
GG team.
GG, GG. There was one other thing, and this is an anecdote because I heard it not from you, but I heard it that you apparently said that People were asking how is it possible that with the recent patch, the bodies are staying for even though you die on your corpse run,
Right.
so and they stay for an hour, and
Right.
it is not being like noticeable on the performance.
Yes.
And people were asking you how is that possible, and is it true that you said it's possible because we coded right?
Well, yeah.
Well,
I stand by what I said.
It's possible because we did it right.
I can go into the
That's
details, but
huge.
essentially, as I was saying earlier, what is an optimization? It's avoiding doing some work that you don't need to do.
Yeah.
It's finding the tricks you can do to like not compromise the experience, but at the same time not do some like not let the hardware do some work that doesn't need to do.
Okay.
Right. And in this case, one of the tricks is just that the dead body is like, you know, ragdolling. It's
Yep.
like physicalized and it's like moving when it dies. But like once it settles into a
freeze
position,
it.
we completely freeze the body.
Yep.
Right? So it's
Yep,
not
yep,
moving, it's not reacting
Yep.
to anything.
part of the world.
Yes. And thanks to that, it's like as cheap to render as a chair. Right? It's just like a bunch of
Nice.
triangles on
Yep.
a GPU,
Yep.
but it's like not a big amount of them.
The physics is
So
the
all the
hardest part.
costs you would pay normally when we speak about optimization and performance, we usually call it the cost of running
Yep.
something, right?
Yeah.
So the cost of having all those dead bodies is close to zero because in the end we freeze the physics, so it's not moving anymore, and we also freeze the animation, right? So
Yeah.
because of that, we can have tons
Somebody
of dead
asked
bodies.
when's the patch coming out.
and
My
it's
guess is
just
late
a bit
April.
more triangles to render, but
That's gonna be my guess, or early May.
inconsequential, right?
Gotcha. Well, another job well done, I might add.
Yeah.
And
job, team.
and I think that we're getting to a very important question, right?
Oh boy.
And that is 0.3.
Yes.
We revealed already that the update 0.3 Winds of War coming
Yeah.
later this year, Q2 actually, I think we can be more specific like that, is introducing a weather system.
Yes.
And we showed off a bunch of, the different weathers in the game, and the number one concern that the players have is how is this going to affect my performance?
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit more about that?
Sure. Well, the first
will
thing is
ruin
that
it.
you're right to be concerned. It's, you know, it's ambitious visually, and it means that we are bringing like a new cost
It's over.
to the rendering of the
Yeah,
game.
it's over. No.
Obviously, we're like looking a lot into it. We have all our tools to do that. So like we have those benchmarks that we're running nightly, and this tells us if we are doing well or not, right? But like it's difficult to add new rendering effects without dropping the cost. So how do we proceed with this? Well, we profile a lot. We optimize what
Yep.
we see. We find one example is that, for instance, rendering the landscape currently in our game is expensive, right? Even in 0.2, even in the current live version, it is expensive. So, you know, we're adding all these effects like the rain and the wetness and everything. And in exchange, we will be optimizing those systems as much as we can. But on top of that, we will go to existing systems that are part of the current rendering pipeline and finding ways to make them faster. So we will essentially
Now, before they say anything, one of my guesses for what they might do is during heavy rain, they may add fog. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't want them to do that because that's going to throw performance all over the place, and it's going to make people it's going to make it harder for people to like benchmark and to figure out like what is hurting the performance. And that also makes it to where like people are going to want it to rain because maybe if it's running better while it's raining, or it might equal out with the cost of all the reflections and stuff. We'll see. I don't know, but I'm going to let them speak.
make some space on the GPU to accommodate the new features.
Right.
So ideally, same performance, better visuals.
Yep.
Okay, I think that that's that question answered. I think that we might invite you here towards the end of the development cycle, just before we release 0.3, and maybe we can make sure that what you just described actually happened.
Now, let's keep an eye out, because if we see him come up on the stream again, if they do another dev stream where he shows up all of a sudden, it's just... let's put that out there.
So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
And yeah, I think that you also wanted to tease something about a scalability.
Yes.
Oh?
Another thing that we are looking into, and this is probably not for 0.3, right?
Okay.
But there is like we have a big concern, or like, yeah, there's something on my mind.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's the fact that older GPUs are running poorly on our game, right? And this is not a problem so much with performance, but it's a problem with scalability. It means that some of our rendering features are not running as fast as they could.
Oh, whoa. Stop. Okay. Wait. I need a... Okay. What? All right, we gotta absorb this. I'm trying to absorb this right now. Okay, frame per second average, game thread average. Okay, render thread. Okay, RHI thread. Oh, what does that mean off the top of my head? I have to look that one up. GPU. What are we using? Okay, wait. RAM usage view. Okay. Draw calls average. Yep. Total time takes. Okay, or total time. Okay. Frame count. And then CPU. Whoa. We're using an 8700K right now. Hold up. With a 3060. Okay. All right. With scalability low. 1080p with DLSS on quality. And no frame gen. And that obviously makes sense when you're benchmarking. That's going to kind of, yeah. Okay, I'm assuming when they say frame count, I don't know why I said it like that, but the frame count, I'm assuming they mean average FPS, and that's just like a translation error or something. What are they... Or target FPS, because the benchmark says it's... How long did this benchmark take? Am I missing something? I'm gonna let them explain.
As a result, yeah, we have pictures of the benchmarks I was mentioning. That's very cool. I can speak a bit more after. So essentially, what we will be looking at, and we have like a strike team dedicated to it. I don't think it will pay off for 0.3, but we will make sure that it definitely comes before the next major update, right?
Okay.
And that's that we want to make the game scale to lower end hardware. So we'll be introducing more drastic visual cuts, right? Calculated.
Okay.
So that the game can run on lower
smoothly.
So what they mean by that, to translate that from the professional speak, is they're adding lower settings than what they currently have to help with even lower end hardware. I'm assuming it's probably going to be more GPU scalability, but the fact that it's on the 8700K, I think there's some CPU scalability there too if they're testing on something like that. I don't know. That's interesting. I'm gonna let them keep talking though.
Hardware. Yes.
Okay, so I think the exciting news also.
Also, I just want to point out, I'm sorry to say this again, but why does it look like there's several like hidden columns in this graph? Is that just me? Or like, does it look like they used like the hide column thing in Excel and then like, is that just me? Like here? Do you guys see my mouse right? Yeah, like right here and right here and right here and at the start right over here. Is that just me? Or are they? It looks like some of this is hidden right there. I don't know if that's. Or because like if that was normal, it would be in between every single like line. So I don't know. I feel like they're hiding some numbers there. Oh, don't even get me started on body cam. I tried that shit out. That was garbage. I'm sorry. I just had to. I shouldn't say that. I should be more professional, but I did not enjoy that game.
For those of you that are on the lower end PCs are looking forward to playing Grey Zone Warfare, but had technical issues.
Oh wait! Stop. They swapped the graphs. Hold up. No. Okay. All right. Let's think about this. So they have scalability low, okay? So I want to just point out in between these two graphs, I'm going to break this down before I even like hear what they have to say. They say target FPS 60 for both. Scalability is low here, whereas scalability is medium over here. My thoughts is that they think this should be their new low end. I think they're targeting the 3060 tier of performance and the 8700K tier of CPU performance as the lowest, like, minimum requirement spec. I think they're switching to that. That's what I think. That's what I think. Because currently, I don't know what it is currently, but maybe they're trying. Actually, they're lowering the recommended. Maybe. I don't know. There's some interesting conclusions here, or it may also relate to the resolution too. But they're changing something right now. And they also hit a couple graphs here again. This one is with a 12700 KF and a 6700 XT, so pretty decent hardware, pretty good hardware. But we're running at resolution quality 71. I don't know what that means because we're running FSR performance. I don't know what they. I don't know what this. I don't know. It would be 50% render scaling on FSR performance, so I don't know what they're talking about here. But let's just. I'm gonna have them keep going.
Lower end PCs are looking forward to playing Gray Zone Warfare, but had technical issues up until now. So once again, I will just mention. Maybe not 0.3, but 0.4.
Big disclaimers, like I'm probably going to be killed tomorrow in the office, you know, for saying that so early.
All right, I think you wanted to explain what we're looking at here.
Yes, so I was mentioning that we have our benchmarks, and this is example of like one of the result of the benchmarks we are running. So you can see that we have. Each row is a camera in the world, so we are moving the character in different locations, and then we record all the performance metrics. So you can see that these tests.
Hold on, wait, I want to pause real quick. Let's see. Keep SMT on. Keep SMT on. Just keep it on in general. Or if you want to customize it for Hunt versus Tarkov, go ahead, but I just keep it on for everything, and I just don't mess with it, because at the end of the day, the multi-threading can help with some games like this that can actually utilize a lot of different threads, or a lot of threads, not different. You get what I mean?
Is on 3060, and you can see that our target frame rate for the 3060 is 60 FPS at 1080p.
Without frame generation, with upscaling, but without frame generation, so that's nice.
And essentially, you can see that in the base camp with the cameras that we are seeing now, and at different time of the day. So this is also how we are benchmarking. We're benchmarking per location, we're benchmarking per time of day, because each time of day is using different effects. So each of them has a different cost, right?
See, that's why, see right there, that's why I hate benchmarking in Tarkov, okay? Because and that's why I'm going to hate it whenever I start doing it for Gray Zone as well, because now that the times are changing, it's going to be different based on what time it is. And that means I'll have a set amount of time where I can run benchmarks, so I have to wait till the next day. Unless they give me a private server. So, my email's open. My email's open.
And you can see that, so we are essentially testing all these things programmatically with those benchmarks. And you can easily guess that that's exactly what we're doing with the weather, right? Because we have different types of weather that is coming. I will not say exactly which one. Essentially,
wait, go back.
Exactly what we're particularly with those benchmarks. And you can easily guess that that's exactly what we're doing with the weather, right? Because we have different types of weather that is coming. I will not say exactly which one.
They have different types of weather coming. And they won't exactly say which one. You got it. You got it, Dark. You got it, Dark Intentions. See, you nail on the head there.
Essentially, we will be having, those benchmarks will move the character to all these different places, change the time of day, change the weather, record all the performance metrics, and then compile a result for us to look at, so we can easily pinpoint which locations, which weather needs to be looked at.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And then, because it's a PC game, we do this on different hardware. So we have different benchmark machines, and each of them has a different GPU. We're testing on all GPU vendors, all CPU vendors, and different generations, and also different strength of hardware, right?
Okay.
And as
I'm sorry, I just saw a message in chat. I just had to stop from reading that. Somebody said, you should add food and water replenishment at base. People will stop changing servers just to be full. I just want to remind y'all that, like, food in Gray Zone Warfare costs like $7. And, like, you start off with, you get like 1,500 from quests. You get, like, you can easily have 70, 80, 90, 100K. I'm sorry, a complete derailment there, but I just couldn't.
We're buying more machines and fleshing those benchmarks more to have, you know, a bigger overview of how the game performs on very different hardware.
Understood. Understood. All right. Well, thank you. My head is like a balloon now.
Okay. I had the last thing.
Okay, go ahead.
You know,
we're going to be answering some questions as well, so
Oh,
just
yeah,
don't
right,
run away.
okay. Yes. Maybe it's time to put that image that we prepared where we had the performance of 0.2.
Wait, what?
From the benchmark machine.
Oh, big graph. Big graph, everybody. Big graph. Big graph. Hold up. You see what I was saying? Do you see? I called that. I called that they were hiding. I called it. I called that they were hiding stuff. It's right here.
Machines.
There it is. Draw scalability and resolution. They have config. Frame count. It's so hard to read, by the way. I'm sure it's even worse for y'all. Can I have the quality at all? Nope.
Right.
Even bigger spreadsheet?
The one before. The one that's called 5.3. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so obviously when we are not running on budget, when we are not running, like the machine is not running.
Oh God. Oh, this is so hard. We do need to zoom. We do need to zoom. Oh Lord. Okay. Oh, this is going to be so hard to read. Oh, the YouTube compression. So here, it looks like they're running for these tests. They have a resolution quality of 71% scaling with TSR. That's what they're running for the upscaling here. The target FPS is 60, and they miss it by this amount per test. Oh God. Oh God. There we go. On what hardware? On a 1200K and 6700 XT. Okay. 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 So this is what we're working with here. All right. So we'll come back to this.
Running on the target frame rate. This is how it looks in our performance report, right? So you can see that we can see which part of the game is slower. It can be the CPU, it can be the GPU, and we can see how many frames are being dropped, right? So we look at those things. We just basically look at the red place, go there, find what's happening, and fix it, right? So this is the build that was, this is the version of the game that was 0.1, the latest 0.1, right?
Latest 0.1, okay.
And what we did, we added night ops, right? And now you can switch to the second screenshot. And this is how it looked like. This is how it looks like.
Oh,
this is
God.
how currently.
Job well done looks like.
Yeah.
They're using FSR performance.
I'm a fan of green.
Yeah.
I think there's a theme in this, stream. And this is 0.2, right? So
They're just FYI, they're at FSR performance with a 6700 XT. I'm not surprised that they're, like, you can see here in the missed frames category that you can barely read right now is all green. I'm not surprised.
I cannot tell you that we will be 100% successful with optimizing the weather to the point that there will be no impact on performance when we launch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can promise that we'll work really hard on the problem. We have the right tools. We just, now it's
takes effort.
We have to grind.
Right.
We have to grind. Yes.
But we did it in the past. We did it for 0.2. It was not green. It looked at some point quite bleak, the situation, and we managed to turn it around, and we hope that we will be able to do the same thing again.
I think that everybody hopes that we will be able to do the same. I think that now is a great time to answer some of those questions because I have seen a bunch of them already, and our lovely community manager Veronica is putting everything that is worth answering into a special doc. And I can see here already, Die Delta is asking when FSR4 support.
Oh no.
Funny you would mention that because we are working with AMD to bring FSR4 to the game. Currently, we're really early in the integration process. And I cannot promise that it will be here for 0.3, but this is definitely our target, right?
Wow.
So we want FSR4 to be in 0.3.
Wow. There's not many games that support FSR4 right now. And the fact that they're like actually working on it with AMD is crazy. A shout out to the 5 people who have a GPU that can run it though.
Time will tell if we will manage. These upscalers are not as easy as you just drop it and it works, right? Sometimes you put it in the game and you start noticing that the model, the AI model, is not reacting really well to certain types of content, right? That is specific to our game. So then we have to have a discussion with AMD. We report these issues to them. They help us figure out. Sometimes the issues is on our side, we fix it. Sometimes they are making the fixes and they're sending us back like some new DLLs that we can integrate into the game.
Cool.
And
Nice.
so.
And what about the cooperation with Nvidia?
Same thing. Like we have like, you know, I'm speaking with them. I wouldn't say constantly, but I'm speaking with them a lot, right? Both AMD and Nvidia and Intel, right? We have contacts.
Because I forgot they have XeSS in this game. I forgot. Shout out to the 2 people playing this on a B580.
With them, and we can exchange with them. We can report issues. They can tell us things. They can send us some, you know, earlier versions of the upscalers, and we can.
Which one do you like more? Don't answer that.
Yeah, it depends on your GPU, right?
Of course.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, and same deal as for FSR4. We hope to have DLSS 4 also natively integrated into our game. You know that it currently is available, like you can switch to the new model thanks to the Nvidia app. So this is something that Nvidia did for us actually, right? Like they didn't even ask us, they just did it. So this is how good the cooperation with them is. And
I guess we know who you like more.
hey, I didn't say that. They did it for us, right? Okay. And essentially what we want to do is that now you won't have to go into the Nvidia app to be able to use DLSS 4.
Nice,
You'll be able to switch it directly from the in-game settings, right?
Now I wanna weigh into that. I like the one that doesn't catch on fire. I've been playing Gray Zone with DLSS 4. Like the newest frame generation model and the newest version of the transform model preset K with the DLAA, and oh my god, like it is crisp. It is significantly more crisp than DLAA was with the CNN model in that game. Night and day, dude. Night and day. I can tell when I load up the game if it's applied correctly or not. Like that's the level of difference. It's genuinely insane.
So yeah,
nice. Here is another question. You spoke, or where was it? Can we expect a big jump in optimization? Joking is asking. I think that if we do our job well, then no, because we're adding more advanced stuff.
Sorry, that just hit me. That's then no, nope, no, you can't. Nope, sorry.
Do our job well, then no. Because we're adding more advanced stuff with the 0.3, right?
Yeah. Like but, our goal with each update is that the performance will be equal or better. But definitely with this one, we are aiming for equal because the weather will be so, you know, beautiful.
Yes.
That doing better, if we do better, I'm gonna be mind blown.
Okay.
Well, that's my bars high. That's great.
Castanavia is asking, speaking of render distance, are there any plans of increasing the render distance for players or AI?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, easy to answer.
Yeah.
Why Spectre 13 plays says, why is my CPU always stupid hot?
Because we know how to use it.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. Oh, okay. Go for it.
You know, like maybe I can go more into the details, right? But like, if you use a CPU correctly, it's going to be hot, right? Because the more like, if the CPU is not hot, it means that the CPU is not calculating as much as it can. So
Okay, you're losing me a little bit.
if you, and essentially optimizing can also be that you will be able to use all the cores the CPU has to offer in a more optimal way.
Okay,
and
I'm back
actually,
on.
thanks to Scala, we are able to use the CPU cores quite well, right? So
Nice.
this is one of the reasons why the CPUs can be running a bit hot, but this is not usually a problem.
Spectre, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Controller support, is that even your field? I don't think so, right?
Ahaha, you don't know how to use it, lol. My god, fire him. Dude, we have 20 FPS in the cities. So, oh man. Shout out to the 7700K user posting that. It's pretty awesome.
Not yet.
Okay, any questions for Johanny? These are more for the game designers already.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Guys, I think that this was extremely interesting. Although I obviously don't understand much of it.
Oh, I hope it was like
no, it was
4 years old enough.
Yes.
Maybe a good
4 years old enough.
But I think that this is a good first step, and it would be really nice for you to return to the stream and tell us like this is what we want to do. You know, we want to do 0.3.
You know, now I did a bunch of promises.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna go back to the team, and they're gonna be like, "What have you done?"
Yeah, and hopefully before we launch 0.3, you will be back, and maybe people are going to be very happy about the changes, or there's going to be some lynching here.
Oh,
whoa!
Update looks great.
Oh my god!
We will do a hell of a job on the performance as much as we can, and yeah, I hope nothing will come and spoil. You know, like my number one goal with
Jesus
my
Christ.
position. Let's go back to your first
God.
question. I just want the game to be a technical success. You know?
Yep.
I don't want the tech to hold back anything that the designers are thinking about, and I think that's a great transition to.
That is a perfect transition, and thank you for that. Yeah. It shows that you were around for some dev streams. So, Johnny, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
It was a pleasure.
Fantastic.
It's not a fun game.
Fantastic discussion. That was great. And that really showcases this should be this should be more commonplace in the industry. I love this. I adore this. This is peak. Like this is what I wish Tarkov had on a consistent basis, because it really, I think the main, like, there's partially an issue with language barrier there, but like, at least in part, because they'd have to like, I think they had the optimization guy on stream like once, and there was like really nothing of like substance there, or not optimization guy. I don't want to say it like that, but like, oh shit, Boomer, thanks for the tier 1, dude. Holy shit, thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, it helps a lot, dude. Thank you. But exactly, it shows that they care about how it runs and keeping in touch with the player base. Exactly. And they're showcasing like, this is what we're doing to test it and to make sure. And that's really just showcasing that is half the battle. Because people, when they don't see like what's happening behind the scenes, are much more prone to spouting bullshit, right? And then when you put the papers on the screen and you show them the testing you're doing and you explain some of it, a lot of like, you at least have like either people like me who can like work with other people to figure out their game, or like you just have a place for people to reference if they need, like if they have a question, they're like, oh, okay, they talked about it in this dev stream, you can get a better idea of what's going on, right? and BSG starting to get their feet finally on the ground with that, with like at least like giving like a monthly update, and you know like actually like trying to communicate a bit more. But this is really I mean, this is insightful. Like we actually got to hear about them talk about like how they're trying to get rid of rubber banding and they're testing they're doing right, and their goals for optimization where they're trying to keep performance about roughly the same, right? And then, you know, talking about what their goals are with the upscaler implementation, and it just being real about it. Like 100%. I gotta hit that like button. You know what I mean? I gotta hit that like button. That's yeah. That's incredible. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the next update. I can't wait to see the weather system. I can try to benchmark some things. It's gonna be hard. I think they mentioned, I don't even know. I don't think I'm like a big enough creator for this. But if they would like offer a private server that we could have controls over, so I could like set the time every single time and run benchmarks, like I don't know. I don't know if I could like I don't feel like I have a big enough platform yet to ask, but like I don't know. I would be so down. I would be honored. That would be awesome, because it would give me all the controls for everything I need to run as many tests I want to, and you know, fact check and verify based on my system specs. You know, that would be huge. That would be huge, insane difference, dude. To be honest, Tarkov would run good if they redid the entire thing. Basically, yeah. Basically. Wait, hold on 1 second. Let me just check something real quick. Let's see here. Now that makes me want to play this. God damn. Now I'm like, but by the way, it's already 83 degrees Fahrenheit in my room, which is, let's check. .3 degrees Celsius in my room right now. We're hitting new highs. We're going to new places right now. I probably should try to cool down my room a little bit, I would argue, which means I got to put a fan in my window. You won't hear it, most likely, but just as an FYI, I need to do that, because if we're gonna play anything, we gotta cool this shit down. Okay, we gotta cool this down. Oof. Also, let me launch while I'm waiting for that. Let me launch the Tarkov launcher real quick. Should I play Gray Zone? I don't know. There's a Tarkov event. What's up with the Tarkov event, by the way? Looks gas. I'm gonna start that update real quick. Then give me 1 minute here. It's warm in here. Holy moly. Oh. Room is 18 degrees Celsius right now. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Okay. Now I gotta let this come in. I'm gonna go AFK actually and go to the bathroom, and then we'll talk a bit more about that. Give me 1 second. Okay. Man, I'm thirsty, chat. Ooh. Cooled down to 81 degrees at the start. Now it's only 22.8 degrees in here. Okay. Oh. Alright, what'd I miss? That's exactly what happened with PoE 2. Triple G encountered a limitation. Sounds like a rapper name. Encountered a limitation with their code years ago and decided to just create a new game instead of forcing something. Yeah, it's not really in their scope right now. And I don't know, even if they were doing it, I don't know if they'd even talk about it. So I don't know. Over 22 degrees C, I'm starting to melt. That is insane. That's genuinely insane. I know, I'm starting to feel a little dizzy from a chat. Oh, I'm glad I got the air from outside coming in though. Cause shit, it was getting stuffy as hell. I got a PC set up in my basement. I would be hot if it was upstairs. I'm just like on like a first floor. So the only issue is there's not really much ventilation, you know? Especially when I have my door closed. So I think in the future I might need to have like a fan in a different place to just like constantly get fresh air into the room, because it's still like March, so we're still in the season where temperature will just vary drastically from being like, oh, 70 degrees to, oh, all right, we're at 30 degrees again, which by the way is something from like 24 degrees Celsius to like 0. Like we're just like at that point we're like jumping between 24 and 2 or 3 and just going all over the place. So it's not fun to try to regulate your house temperature, but in that circumstance I should say. Let me see. I gotta switch the, if we're gonna switch to Tarkov, I gotta switch all the topics and stuff. Hey Clem, I got a new rig 2 weeks ago, 5090 and 9800 X3D. Jesus. I only get about 120 FPS in Tarkov. I'm not really tech savvy. Was wondering if this was normal. Depends on what map. What scenario gets 120 FPS? Yep, it sounds like mid-East Coast weather. Yeah. I'm in the Midwest. It's Chicago. That should be all you need to know. Oh, wait. Actually, wait, hold on, chat. Let me change the game real quick. And then I may have to go AFK again real quick, but then I'll be back. I gotta change the thumbnail temporarily to Tarkov. Let me do that. And then I gotta put everything back. because we're switching now. So long. Labyrinth. How do you spell labyrinth? Labyrinth. Labyrinth. Oh god. It's over. And I thought it was a decent spell. Oh, I nailed it. No, I didn't nail it. I almost nailed it. Event in EFT and more. Big news. Big news. 3 exclamation marks. That's the new title. I'm really happy we watched that dev vlog, by the way. That was really good. That was genuinely... I really hope they do more of those. I'll watch every single one. I'll commentate over it because that was awesome. That was really cool. Like, again, I wish there was more stuff like that for Tarkov, you know? Okay. And then I'll make sure to change it back. I'll change it back to gray zone so people know that's where I watched the thing after the stream. Did it change on YouTube? Ground Zero, you get between 80 and 100? Is that on PvE? When I should change the... Hold on, wait. Changing the game. PvP. I haven't played PvP Ground Zero in a while, but I mean, I can check. Maybe there's more. Is there more people on Ground Zero now? Just buy a window AC unit while they're still cheap. I have like a window fan that I just have that blows air in or out, and it's like made for a window. And that's all I need. We have central air. It's just we don't like switching between AC and then heat and then AC and then heat. Hold on, I'll be right back while this is launching, chat. Give me 1 second. Literally just like maybe 10 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay. Told you. Literally like a minute. I don't know, I guess I'm kind of bummed. Really thought I'd be at 130 on all maps consistently. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Well, what do you get online with a with your 9800X 3D on like Streets Wild? What kind of frames should I be getting on Streets 1440p 980 or 9800X 3D? Jesus, negative 50 PBO. That's yeah, not a thing. 40 is the limit. Purology runs at negative 50, negative 60. You can type whatever in there. It will do negative 40. Yeah. That's what I thought too, is the cap was around -40. Am I crazy? Also, wait, I gotta switch. I gotta replug in my, this is gonna be me, by the way. This sounds me. I had my mouse plugged in. I gotta... There we go. That's my direct memory access card. It'll show you -50. It'll just set it as if it was -40, though. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that it won't, like, set it. It'll just showcase that. I'm probably doing the event on PvE, if I'm gonna be honest, because I don't know if I'd be able to do it on PvP. I mean, I guess I could try. But wait, do I even have the... I gotta check for the quest. Wasn't it on Ragman? Oh no, okay. Mirror Terror Group's aggressive expansion Tarkov has raised quite a few questions in its time. Okay. Terror Group has had a particularly interesting contractor called Gnosos. Gnosis? Okay. Okay. Look at the Gnosos sounds more cool. Senior manager's car on Ground Zero. Well, that explains why Ground Zero is how it is. Okay. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of bummed. Oh, no, I've already read that. Streets can range from 80 to 144. Run defense if you want. Boss, do you need some coverage, boss? Also, I gotta lower the music. One of my friends was gonna join me. Possibly. I don't know if he wants to. Let me see. Because now, I was going to have a stack. I was going to have a couple of my friends. But one of them pulled out because they can't. They're out. So I can't do that. So maybe we do need to call in the defenses. I wouldn't need it if I was playing on PvE. Because obviously that's where all of my pro gaming comes in. But I am level 21. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I could try. Should I try? Should I just give it a shot? Should I just... Tan U-lock? No, I can't do it. I can give it a whirl, you know? I can give it my best shot. Now, I do know there's a quest where you have to turn in 5 billion armor plates. What's everybody doing with that? I want to see... Also, let me switch the screen. Level 70 standing. See, I got the squad with me. We might pull up. Hop out at the after party. Nobody's gonna get that reference probably. Let's grab 2 of these. Is that streamer privilege? Is that like streamer abuse to contract your viewers into Don Tolliver? See, there we go. We got one. Is this unfair? Is this gonna get me banned? Ah, who gives a shit? What am I saying? What am I saying? Who gives a fuck? Okay, we got... Why am I running... The fuck is... I was running benchmarks with this thing equipped, and I didn't really ever take a look to see what the hell I was rocking on that thing. Damn, okay. Only if we drop... What's wrong with my gear? Guys, come on. Come on, dude. No, it's fine, guys. I swear. Plus it's PvE, but I'm on PvP right now. See, that's the difference. If it was PvE, I could do by myself. Arguably. Like, I would probably fail once or twice, but I would be able to do it myself. I'm only worried about PvP. That would be the predicament, right? Did they update them? How that looks? I don't remember that looking like that. Not level 70 PvP. Shit. I think an RFB might be a solid choice, no? Is that crazy? I feel like this is a solid choice for my level. SI Cobra. Ergo Gaming. Kind of fire. 31 Ergo has got to be some of the most, like, depressing stuff. Do I really have to run M61? Guys, you can't do that to me, bro. What do you think I have M61? Take a sec. Take a sec. Put your bets, maybe bet it on channel points. I've got M80. Let's actually, I can check here. Oh. Oh, that's not good. It's not really that good. I don't think that's enough. Oh. Yeah, this isn't looking good for me, huh, chat? This ain't... Yeah, this ain't looking too good. This is going to be... you know what? Rounds don't mean nothing, guys. Money ain't nothing but a thing. And... we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be A-okay. I need to buy some mags for this. Look, you just gotta hit your shots. You know what I mean? Clem is spending the house right. I'm not gonna have any money left, bro. This is gonna be... I have not seriously played Tarkov PvP in 3 weeks, I think. If my math is mathing. Oh my god, I don't... Oh my god. Dude, oh no. Hey, Average Paul. It's going good. It's going pretty good, man. Ooh, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. This ain't good, y'all. Oh no, man. Oh, this is... Oh no, chat. Alright, no. I got an idea. I got an idea. We run it all. Thoughts? Wait. Nope. I got a better idea. 10 on top. Alternate the rest. So 15 total. Mix into... Oh. Right? Big Red, a shotgun in a dream. See, he's cooking. You see, you're reading what he's saying, but are you listening? Are you hearing what he's saying? Oh shit. I just closed the menu. It just closed the menu. That's it. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Now you may be thinking that's all the ammo you have. And you'd be right. Yeah, this is gonna be... Oh shit, chat. It's a good gun. It's a good gun. It's good build, solid gun. Not a terrible gun. I'm not gonna be able to compete with all these people who have Meta Gear and shit. Also, this is gonna be loud, isn't it? Oh, not for you guys. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Take the piranha out of your ass. Good call. That's a good call. Very good call. Thank you. I appreciate that. Why do I have that in my ass? Don't. Should I buy an SJ6? I don't need an SJ6 for ground zero. Wait, I'm going on ground zero. Wait. I should probably save this for the shoreline run, right? Because I gotta go to shoreline for this, right? I remember that. I've seen that. Thank you in advance. Oh man. Let me just put this in here then. Wait, because I got a better idea. I got a better idea because I got plenty of good ammo for 545 that I've found. So I might baby AK this shit up. And actually this isn't a terrible build for my level. That's not awful. I could honestly just slap a sight on and kind of be rocking. Any idea if 64 gigs of RAM is the new standard for streets, or is 32 still enough? 32 is still fine. 64 is technically superior, but it is nowhere near the point where it is worth the money you'd spend on upgrading to 64 gigs. For Tarkov, let me be clear, for Tarkov. Okay. Just slap that on. This works for me, honestly. This is probably hurting. That flashlight isn't... I can't even buy it anymore. That's insane. That's insane. I guess I'll just run that one. Oh, wait. Oh, I had two oh, shit. Okay. Not bad. Okay. And now I will just buy a couple more mags. It's a cheap, effective... Taking this right out of GigaBeast playbook right here, okay? Cheap, effective builds, okay? In like 2 raids, I'll be running a PPSH. But you know what? That's alright. That's okay. I don't even feel bad about that. Let me name this 545 BPPP. BP 5 PP1 BP1 PP5. What? Hello? It's on like the pinning mode. You see the little pin next to... Oh, there we go. What? Okay. I guess I won't use the UI, I guess. There we go. Not bad. Not a terrible build. Oh, I still have the DLSS indicator on. I forgot to turn that off. We should probably turn that off, huh? Ooh. She's got a little bit of kick. She's got a little bit of kick. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of kick to her. By the way, what did they change with shotguns? I saw that there was something in the patch notes about that. Okay. Not a terrible build. Not terrible. Not terrible. I could run it suppressed, which I kind of feel like it, not gonna lie. See, this is the problem with Tarkov, is I get so sucked into making the build, and then I use it for 2 minutes and I'm dead. I should probably work on not doing that in the future. I think Hexagon's best for Ergo, right? Yeah, it is. Oh. Shoot it when crouched, because that's the position you're mostly in. I hate to... I would act insulted, but honestly, you're just right. I mean, I can't really fight against that, to be honest with you. You're kind of just right there. Okay. And then we run this backpack because I don't know. It gives us like Hunter Call of the Wild type vibes, you know what I'm saying? I thought I had nades up here somewhere. Could have sworn. They said Clem is banned from using shotguns. That's because they know what I do with them. They know they know the menace, okay? And they're trying to stop me from achieving my true potential. Throw me into ground zero with a Saiga 12 gauge and 10 round mags. Put the flechette in. Got yourself a clean server in about 10 minutes. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And anybody who kills me either stream sniping or hacking. That's always how that goes, right? I'm gonna buy one of these and put that in my ass before we go. Just in case. Just in case I need it. We're looking pretty basic right now. I like it. Thought this was going to be about Gray Zone Warfare. Yeah, it was, Pike. It was. I was streaming it. I'm going to title this back to Gray Zone Warfare at the end of the stream. But it's in the past. If you want to watch it, it's the past hour of the stream. I just opened the stream and I hear I'll put that in my ass. See, but no, but if you rewind the stream, see, it won't say that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you'll like get the context, you know? I'm not talking about that on the stream. You know, YouTube's not really happy when I mean, not that I do that. Not that I, hold on, wait. Not like I have personal experience and know about YouTube's reaction to that. That's not what I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that YouTube is not agreeable to that. Stop faffing getting that. You're right. You know what? When you're right, you're right. You're right. Nighttime. That may sound crazy, but I know I'm locked in, okay? Close the extra stuff. The game seems a little quiet. I think they've lowered the interface volume. We'll see. I'm gonna get in, then I'll see. You getting weird tonight, I see. Not true. Not true. Not true. You know, people say putting stuff... Wait. I'm not going to continue that sentence, because that can be cut off and be put into out-of-context scenarios that I'm just not going to deal with, you know? So... yeah. It's just kind of... That's just got to be where it stands. Jesus. I did pick up the quest. Holy you scared me, bro. You scared the hell out of me. You're like, did he pick up the quest? And I had like a flashback, like a Pixar cartoon flashback to when I did it for a second. You sure? Yes, I'm sure. I did the thing that you don't do. What did you do? You're looking for a black car at the Nakatani end of the map. Oh, don't worry. There will be a guy on the grenade turret in the Nakatani, or not the Nakatani building, the other one that's across the street, and he will shoot me in the head with a 40mm grenade. That should be pretty fun. I don't know. I bought a new PC, 9000X3D, and a 5080 and 96 gigs of RAM. Jesus Christ, dude. That's insane. Also, I'm gonna sneeze again. Oh. Next week it'll be here. That's huge. Lord, I'm really about to sneeze. I've got air blowing in directly from outside, so I'm not surprised. I have like seasonal allergies, and I totally didn't think to myself that maybe that wasn't a good idea. Oh my god. No, we're gonna be okay, guys. You know what? We're gonna be okay. You ain't worthy of being blessed. Like, this is the type of support I get from my chat all the time. I can't even... I don't even know what to say here. No, it will be a shooter born in heaven guy that one taps you from across the map with M61. I think... This might sound crazy. I think it's going to be a 762x54R PS round. They're like mixing it up a little bit using like an SV98 because they got kind of bored of the typical meta, you know. So they're trying to mix up a little bit, and they saw it was in the queue, so like maybe we should give him a break from M61 for once because he put a little bit of effort into this kit, and we want to honor it by killing him with something that, you know, isn't so basic, right? So they decided to sort of, you know, make it a little bit better. Also, the time to match is crazy. I thought there'd be a lot of people. Nope, DVL. Interesting, okay. Alright, we won't be able to confirm or deny that unless we kill somebody who's shooting at us, but we'll see. Holy yap, I'm literally live streaming. That's literally my job to talk. I don't know what you want me to do, bro. What do you want? Also, I'm playing PvP, Brady. I'm not playing the PvE thing, so I didn't forget to invite you. I was just trying to see if I could do it in PvP. So I wasn't excluding you. I just knew that you like this would be I don't want to bring anybody else into the torture unless it's viewers who are willingly doing so. Also, oh my god. Why did I gotta sneeze so bad? Scav buckshot. Wow. We're aiming low. Okay. What are you trying to do? The new event quest, bro, for the labyrinth? Oh, man. I don't think Jaw's around. No, Jaw's not around tonight. Okay, Brady. Yeah, we're good. All good, bro. I'll do an Ostfront stream soon, Brady, so don't worry. Also, I'm sorry if I sound like this. My nose is just really stuffed right now. Oh my god, but I have to keep the room cool. This is the only way to keep the room cool, I'm sorry. Ah, Jesus. This matching time. The game knows I haven't played in years. Is it like, is it detecting my direct memory access or something? Well, something going on here? Let me go to this screen and then forget to switch when we get into the game. Also, the latency on YouTube should be a lot better now. Oh, we found a game. I changed the latency settings, so it should be better. Hopefully. And not dropping frames. I don't think it is, but... Alright, let me lower the speed of this fan too. So it's a bit harder to hear. I also felt like I had a sore throat earlier and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to stream, but then all of a sudden like went away. You know, like that like impending doom you get as you're getting sick and you're like, man, I think something's coming, and then like nothing happens and you're sort of freaked out. That's basically what like the past like 3 days have been for me. I've just kind of been enjoying it. And I'm hoping it doesn't catch up. I'm really hoping it doesn't catch up. Okay. Hit your Zen. I forgot the spawns, and there's gonna be a level like Prestige 2, level like 20 who's gonna whip my ass instead. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh, do I just go for it? I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Scene. I was following the script. Ah! Was that at me? Shit, it was. Is this it? Ah, shit. I gotta turn up my game on my side. Hold on. Okay. Oh. I walked past it? No! heard something else, chat. My stamina's hidden. I don't see my stamina. My stamina's hidden. Pestily? Pestily is like, oh, my stamina's covered by the DLSS override. Oh my god. I don't like how quiet it is, guys. I really don't like how... Also, why did that guy just run directly to me? Where was he going? He's clearly here for the quest. Was he like me and just like went to the wrong car? I heard another footstep far right. You guys probably didn't hear that. I hear like birds chirping. What the fuck? Audio works. Don't worry. That's going to come from my right instead and then one tap me. I should have brought smoke grenades, guys. Could you imagine they just see like 4 smoke grenades coming out of the tunnel and then all of a sudden I just like run. I got like lineups like it's Counter-Strike and then I just run to the thing. That would be huge. I think that'd be meta. Honestly. That was a shot. Right there, they just broke glass. I heard something in the street, though. I guess we should just go for it. I mean, waste no time. You said I ran past it, so... I know I spawned over there. Is that it? That looks like a police car. Is it that? It's a black car, right? Come on. It's to my right. Okay. So it's like here. Okay. Oh, that's it. Oh, it's got to be that. Locked? The fuck? Outside the car showroom. We're right. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Wait. Okay, nothing. Okay. Hold on. We need more optimization videos ASAP. What do you want me to cover? I don't want to just, you know, give you all BS, you know? The manager's diary. Oh, well, the manager's diary. You gotta pick up a diary. Oh, okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Dashboard. 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 I see it. I think. What the fuck? Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, my stomach. Oh, you bitch. Oh, you're a bitch. It's like maximum amount of bitchery. Oh, you're out of motherfucker. Wait. Stop the bleed. I gotta sew that up ASAP. In the boot, on the seat, okay, got it. Somebody's camping that, I'm not surprised. All right. Could take an ibuprofen. Probably be advised if somebody's camping in. All units, be advised. Suspect is a pussy. What the fuck was the indicator doing? I don't know. Which one? I might be repacking, bro. Is he just gonna hold that? I don't know what to clear here. Cause like the only like he was pretty far, those shots sounded like. So I'd have to like run across the map to try to clear this guy out who's sniping and then come back. I think that's my only chance, because I think he's totally just going to camp that out, because he one-tapped my stomach, so he's using something with a bit of punch. He's probably got something that's made for long range, a DMR, it sounds like, so I probably have to just go fight this guy. If I had to guess, he's got to have like a camping spot, right? Because surely people have camping spots for this. I mean, it wouldn't be a Tarkov event without people instantly making the best spot possible to camp for this shit. So I'm thinking, I play through the raid, try to find this guy, and if I don't, I'll just come back when it gets toward, like, you know, 15-ish minutes. And then, we'll be all set. You know? How about you just grab the item? There's somebody looking at it. Alright. No. Also, I should put this up so that people have a reference. But, no. It's alright. No. If you know what you're talking about, Mr. Fancy Pit. No, you play the game way more than I do with them. What am I talking about? I just gotta be quick. On the boot. In the boot, on the seat, on the dash, on the seat, on the seat, on the seat, on the seat. Not on that seat. In the boot. Where's the boot? 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 Is the boot on the wheel? Is it, I don't know. Okay, there he is. He's back again. He's back again. Maybe. Trunk? Do you see in the trunk? Dash above the... What do you... I know the dash is above... I know the dash is inside the car. I know what a dash is. What do you mean? Do you mean the... Like, on top of one of the wheels? Boot equals trunk? Oh. Oh, bro. Oh. Forgot you're American. Yeah, I was like, there's a boot on the ground? I'm like, I don't see any boot on the ground. I was like, is it a boot on the wheel? Is it? Okay. I don't know how far that guy was shooting at me from, but it's suppressed. And I didn't really hear much of the gunshot, so he's definitely, like, down the street. He's got to line up, you know. I heard him in the bushes. There's no way he's that close, right? There's no way he's that close. He's on glass. He's above me on glass, I think. Can you get up there? He's in the bushes next to the window. to my right, I think. It kind of sounds like he's above me. Hard to tell. I probably should have swung on the noise. I didn't die. That's don't. Why'd you say that? I heard the ricochet, and I genuinely thought somebody was swinging me from my left for a split second. I thought I was gonna die. That would have been the funniest shit ever. I don't hear him anymore. He's probably on TikTok. I just don't like that he's in the bushes. Let me see if I'm gonna try to get him to make some noise. Well, I'll have to make noise, but oh well. When in doubt, wait it out. It's just real. It's just real. You just wait. I should have brought the green flare. Oh, I should have brought that. Shit. Should I play tactical? Wait. What the fuck was that, bro? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? He snuck. I kid you not. No, we're gonna talk about this. He snuck the entire way. No. We're not letting this go away. He crouch walked all the way around this entire you're shitting me, right? No. You're like actually shitting me. You serious? He was LARPing. This is gonna give me a fucking headache, dude. This is gonna give me a headache. Like, are we like actually legitimately serious right now? You actually crouch walked that entire way. We were RPing. Yeah, we were RPing. Oh my god, that's the most ridiculous shit I've seen in my life. Look at the LARPing loadout. What's with the gushes? What's with the gushes, bro? The hell are we rocking? What are we rocking? The hell is this shit, bro? Are you serious? Oh shit. What? It's like I never left. What is this? Can we get Giga Beef on this? Like, what is this, bro? We need like a This is ridiculous, dog. Get me out of here, bro. Get me out. I don't know if I can be here anymore, man. Like, there's just no shot. Oh, don't start this shit, bro. What is this, bro? Dude, oh my god. Okay. Do you guys mind if I play with the night vision on? Oh wait, I need to find food. Wait, I need to loop in here a little bit because I actually need to find food and water. There's, I think there's a duffel bag in one of these rooms over here. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Stream don't like darkness. Yeah, YouTube very aggressively, excuse me, there we go. Compresses the dark areas, I've noticed recently. Oh. I don't want to talk about that. Don't. Oh, I can... Oh, let me ban that guy. That's a Prime user? That's insane. There we go. You're not using full color range in OBS, are you? I actually don't know. Off the top of my head, I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be an issue for compression. You may be right on that. I didn't think about that. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty smart. Did not think about that. What the? Whoa. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. How the fuck did this guy die? I'll drink this too. Great. That's nothing I need. How about the big news of when you're ending the stream? Welcome back, B. Good to see you. Squash. Oh, that's huge. We're back. Not gonna lie, the game feels quiet. They changed some of the audio stuff recently, right? Can't wait. Searching is way lowered. I like that. That's a good change. From your POV and others. Like that. Good quality of life change. Oh, there's the door. I was like, where's the door? Where's the door hole? Shall I leave it there? Okay. Just a X17 lower. That's found in raid too. What? You can find... That's crazy, actually. I really don't like the scope. Can I be real? I know that's kind of a crazy thing to say about the LCAN Spectre, but I just do not really dig it. Ooh. Not really my vibe. Clem, oh, Afterglow, what's up, bro? Good to see you. 3070 at 7000 X2D playing at 1440p, is the DLAA worth it? The DLAA isn't worth it, but I would still use the, like, replacing, or no, actually we have DLSS Transformer now. But you could, if you wanted to run DLSS Transformer, then set the render res accordingly if you want to, like, you know, still use a transform model, but you can, like, fully customize it now with the NPI. It's pretty sick. Down we go. Shouldn't be like sprinting like that. Ooh, rat cola. That's huge. I would love to find like a CMS kit or something. With a 3070, I would probably recommend like ultra quality. It's like 77%. Would probably be fine for you. It would run like similar to native. Why'd I reload? Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Let's pop this. A bit more energy. It's been a long time since I've used a HK. Let alone this one that's so poorly configured it's not even funny. Okay. Emercoms are goal. I might be able to go through Mira as well. Oh shit. I'm gonna let him just keep rolling along. Be a scout for me. Oh shit, I just got stuck on a box. Please let this be a normal field trip. Yes. One, two, three, 4, 5. I didn't die. Can we discuss that? I didn't die. I didn't die. I got kills. This is unprecedented for a Clementine stream. This is unheard of. No pun intended. 2 kills. Christmas came early. Yep, it's a once a year thing. Don't expect that all the time. I called it. I called it. I called it. Roll back the stream. I said somebody would be sniping at me with 7.62 by 54 millimeter R PSGZH. I said it. I said it. I literally said this. I called it. It's an SVD. I literally called that shit. Right out the gate, I called that shit. That's huge. Unprecedented gaming. Good thing he didn't hit the thorax. Yeah, if he hit the thorax, I would have been dead there. Just off rip, I would have been dead there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I got crazy upgrades to boot. Look, I got tier 5. What the fuck? So why don't we replace the half-broken tier 5 plate? Why don't we replace that, buddy? What are we doing? If we're Unheard edition, maybe we should be replacing our plates. Okay. Maybe a tier 4 plate is better than that, bro. I said SV98. Shit. I was close though, okay? I was pretty close. Oh, I got a labs card. Put that in there. Alright, I'm just gonna... I'll have to sell all this at some point, but... They also added that key case, right? I should look at that. Because I sure as hell need that, apparently. Okay. I'm gonna sell... I'm just trying to make a little bit of room here. It's been a minute. I'm just gonna vendor that because I know I have like 15 billion of those keys. Okay. Huge. Genuinely a great raid. I can't believe I'm saying it, but that was a great raid. For once, I'm locked in. Must be the constant fan whirring in my background. Needle in a haystack. I've studied the manager's diary and prepared for your list of facilities that appear most often in the records. You need to investigate all the locations. So far, I can't tell what exactly to look for. Maybe you'll find equipment or other traces of Terra Group around there. Focus on these locations and look around. That's something. Aclem, how would you go about troubleshooting low 0.2% lows? You measure 0.2%. FPS 144, but the 0.2% lows are 30. Feels horrible when screen panning. What's your GPU and what texture quality are you running? Someone talked me out of an upgrade to an X870E motherboard from my B650E for gaming. Why? Why would you do that? 3080 Ti, I've tried medium and high textures. What resolution are you running? And do you have a hard drive in your PC? Both of those things can be something to look out for. Oh my god. Got the switch over here. Not a single spinning disk, M.2, 1440p, and your lows are bad. Lows being bad in Tarkov isn't unheard of, but if it's feeling terrible while panning, could you like get like, if you're using CapFrameX for that, could you send like in like the Discord, if you make a post in the help forum, you could put like a picture of the frame time graph so we can get an idea of what that looks like. 9800X3D. And the lows are horrible. Gladly, thank you very much. Yeah. No problem. If you ping me in it right now, I can look at that real quick and let you know. What is this setup that this guy had though? Like genuinely, we might have like a LARPer. Like he plays Armor Forger most of the time. Sorry, shoulda. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's just he wishes this game was more like Squad. Yeah, I think that's what we were dealing with here. SFC chipset. Yeah, chipset. Is the chipset installed? This, oh man, the quad nods is crazy. I also head tapped this guy with the quad nods. Really just a genuinely insane loadout from top to bottom there. I don't really understand what that was, but you know what? That's okay. We all make mistakes. That's fine. Okay. Latest chipset from my X670E from AMD. Huh. Are we using SteelSeries sonar? And be honest with me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Unfortunately, I am. I bought it to CPU 0, and Tarkov is off CPU 0 and 1. Are the rest of SteelSeries tasks separated as well? And also, are you using any clipping software? Like, are we using Metal? Are we using SteelSeries? What's it called? Moments? I think that's what they call it. Some freaky like that. No clipping software. Moments is disabled. Okay. Did you have a previous GPU in there? Whoa. That alone is going to finance a lot right there. Jesus. Not a previous GPU, but I previously had a 7950X 3D. Interesting. And very interesting. Wow, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking what I'm thinking, chat? I don't know if I want to say it. I think it might be a scheduling issue from the drivers that were installed back. I don't want to be that guy to tell it. No. You can't pin this on me. You can't pin this on me, okay? You can try to hard rip all of the... It's... Oh my gosh, relax. But you can try to, like, rip the chipset drivers and uninstall them yourself fully and then try to reinstall. But it's a hell of a process to do that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Gonna say it straight. We'll throw these two in here. Oh, I think I have a dog tag case too, but oh well. It's fine. Don't matter too much. I'm gonna bring a survival kit this time too. Did you just get online? No, I've been online for a while. I even pinged in the Discord and everything. It's just I started this stream on Gray Zone Warfare, so that's why the, you know, lower viewer count. I don't mind though. Y'all are still here, so. Did y'all just fucking hear that? You hit. Holy shit. The BTR is outside. Oh my god, just for like the loudest rev in my life. Jesus, dude. Oh my goodness. So let me get that out of the corner of the screen there. Oh, that's what I was gonna buy, a serve kit. Do you do fresh Windows install when you install the new CPU? I don't, but in that specific situation where you're upgrading from a dual CCD chip to a single CCD or vice versa, I highly recommend to do a full OS reinstall because of the fact that you will need to have the correct chipset drivers for scheduling for that dual CCD chip. And that is a very funky mess, especially when it was the first gen on Zen 4 for AM5. That was a hell of a mess. That just really wasn't covered much, but it was a kind of an issue. Oh, you're asking him. Oh, sorry, I didn't even read your name, Stuart. Sorry, I didn't realize you were asking him. This event might be the best ever. You should try it. I'm trying. It's just there's a lot to do, bro. I'm only on the second quest, and I got to get all these things. When will they add FSR4? I don't think that should be on their top priority, to be honest with you. I know that might sound crazy, but it's only supported on 2 GPUs on the market right now. So I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it for them to bother adding it right now. Personally, I'm surprised Gravezone Warfare committed to adding it, because I'm like, well, it's not really supported by that many GPUs right now. But you know, I mean, still, that's not a bad thing. But you know, they'd still need to keep FSR 3 too. So, what were your thoughts on the Gravezone Warfare dev stream? It was a very good dev stream. It was really informative. It was well structured. It didn't feel like it was like an awkward communication at all. It was really chill. They showed a lot of cool data. They were honest about their expectations of the performance. Just good. Overall, solid. Solid with what they showed with the benchmarks and stuff. I hope that they keep it up. Really. I mean, I hope that they just they keep up everything they're doing. They keep up the communication. They give me a private server to do my benchmarks on. That part's optional. You know, it's looking pretty damn good right now. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Anyway, let's get into another raid. Let's go to should we go to interchange? Perhaps. I don't even have keychains yet. I just have to kill scabs interchange, so that's the only other thing. Okay. Where do I have to go for this again? Children's Playground, an idea. Okay, cool. I can do that. Can do. Forgot what's the big rip on SteelSeries Sonar? Just makes things run like crap. It just really lowers your lows. It's not that it really lowers the average by too much. It's really just the lows that it just fucks up. If you're not like isolating it correctly, or if well, that's it really. If you're not isolating it correctly. And the go-kart track, is that an interchange too? Oh, my bad. Oh yeah, I think I remember where that is. Okay. The event quest, dude. Could you imagine Tarkov on a Real Engine 5? No. No, don't even. I feel like. I mean, listen. Unreal Engine 5 isn't inherently a bad engine. I've just... Maybe it would have been... I don't know. Maybe it would have been better, but it's not really worth to speculate. But just... all the headaches from... it would be a different thing, you know? It would be a whole different thing. Like what's happening with Gravezone Warfare. Instead of people complaining, I don't have enough CPU usage, it would be people complaining that they have too much and their CPU's overheating, you know? If I update my BIOS, does it also update the audio drivers, chipset boot? No. You need to do those separate, Cutter. It's a separate thing. What the fuck is your stash? I don't want to talk about it, okay? I haven't played in a while, okay? It's my bad, alright? It's my bad, and I own up to that. And that's my fault, honestly. Stay hydrated, chat. Do I do it the same way as BIOS on a thumb drive? No, you can just... they're just like downloadable EXEs that you run. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Lock in, chat. Here we go. I don't even have OCD, but your stash was giving it to me. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I got everything. Okay. I am a little concerned. If I say anything, I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble. I want to say something, but I can't. I'll be in big trouble. Yeah, the audio, like your own player sounds sound a lot quieter. Also, this will probably be the last raid chat. Just to let you know. Oh, shit. I don't like how open this area always was. I never was a fan. Never was a fan. Oh. Scav. I need to find the other... Was it the go-kart track? Then we forgot to try a setting. What setting? MIP streaming? I saw they updated MIP streaming for the freezing thing. Did you guys see that? Yeah, I gotta try that. Okay, kart track. That's outside of idea, I think. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. That's gonna be a lot harder right now. Ooh. We're just getting started. Lock in. Brother, I need my rest, brother. Also, I really need to air my room out because it's getting kind of stuffy and... Oh. I don't know why I'm a little dizzy, chat. I've had issues with this for a little while. Not to get into my health issues. But, outside the doors at the bottom of the steps. Yeah, I remember. I just... Oh, God, just getting back down there is such a freaking pain in the ass. Because you're so exposed. Whoa, I didn't get scared. I didn't get scared. You didn't see me shake at all. You didn't say it. That was stone cold right there. That was stone cold. Did you guys see how locked in I was there? I reacted so quickly. That wakes you up. That wakes you up in the morning. Upstairs, I think. Is that scav? Oh shit. Very bad place for me to be. Very bad place. Okay. Slightly less terrible. Marginally less terrible now. Just might get camped on my way into the go-kart track. I don't know if people are camping this. Okay. People are camping it. I think somebody was camping it. I think he was up there. He was totally up there, and he was waiting for me to do that. Yeah, he was camping that. No doubt in my mind he was camping that. The DVL. Whoever said DVL, give that guy channel points. Could be wrong, but someone could be camping it. It's okay, you got the beep. Oh, you're right. Wait, do I not need to extract? Dude, am I is that done? Also, holy stats, Batman. Damn. Oh, whoops. Oh, you don't. I think someone was camping with a DVL. That's all good. It's all good. Hey, at least I got it. That's what matters. Yeah, we'll probably play some more of this when we stream on Sunday, 1:30 p.m. CST. I just gotta chill for a little bit, chat. Take a breather, let my room cool down. Get rid of some of this nausea. It's like an allergy thing. I think. I'm pretty sure. I've gone to the doctor about it, so I sort of have an idea of what's going down with it. Wait, but hold on, chat. Yeah, I think I have like a type of vertigo. That kind of sucks, and it's because my sinuses get really inflamed, which is always fun. Yeah, I got both. Shit. I go take a leak for 2 seconds to come back to this. Got one shot by a player with a DVL and M6C1. But you know what? You live and let die. You know what I'm saying? Live and let die. Because I got both of them done. And it don't matter. And it don't matter. Now it's Streets, Ground Zero, and Shoreline. Oh, lordy. Shoreline's going to be the real kicker. That's going to be the one that hurts the most out of all of them. Not looking forward to that. But, you know. It is what it is. I will be back on Sunday for my usual stream, 1:30 p.m. CST. Should be looking forward to that. Feel better, man. Vertigo can really fuck you up. Catch you later. Yeah, I had like one really bad episode with it. But overall, like, it hasn't been too bad. It just like when I went on my first like plane ride, for example, that was terrible. I think I've talked about that on stream before. Yeah, it's I've got like a sinus spray that I use to like help with the congestion there, because it can get a little bit much, and that pressure is what then triggers the rest, you know. Don't put this, but Brady knows. Brady has seen me after a plane ride. You don't want to put me on that thing without some Dramamine, bruh. I was ghoulish. At least he wasn't the person that met me at the airport, okay? Because at least you didn't have to see me throw up in the middle of a parking lot. You remember the plane ride? You remember that? Yeah. You remember that experience that I talked about, that joyous occasion. It was one of the moments at all time. Not that I regret it, and I will obviously go on plane trips again. It's just I will need to make sure I take the appropriate meds, because those really helped. But I just need to make sure that I do that, or else I'm fucking like actually passing out in the plane bathroom, like genuinely, like actually terrible. Oh god, that was oh man, that was terrible, bruh. Oh man, I can't even talk about everything. I don't want to gross everybody out. That was terrible. That was terrible. That was a terrible experience. That and roller coasters. If anybody likes roller coasters, I'm sorry. I can never understand it. I can just never understand it. It's genuinely insane. Anyway, if you haven't already joined the Discord, !Discord. Wait, somebody pinged me. Oh, do community runs. I'm not gonna do those tonight. Sunday maybe. Projectile side? No, not that. I just felt really bad because I was like, they forced me to sit back down for the plane going back down, obviously, and so they're like, here's a barf bag, good luck. And I just felt so bad for the people sitting next to me. I wasn't even barfing anymore because I was just like out. Like I was just sitting there like just out of it. Like I barely remember it. I was just out of it. And I remember just feeling so bad for like the two people sitting next to me because I was in the middle seat and I felt so bad. I felt so bad. Genuinely walk of shame out of that airplane. It was terrible. Anyway, I won't keep yapping. I'm gonna chill for the rest of the night, and I will see y'all on Sunday. Thanks for hanging out, and peace.